Tanner Heckel. I think he's probably got some versatility outside, inside. How do you guys use that versatility, and how's his fall camp been? We saw maybe a little bit of the star position.
Well, I think his fall camp has been a one of good build, right? He's been able to build more confidence in the position of being a corner or nickel. He's been able to build more understanding and knowledge through failures, right? Through screwing up sometimes. And now he can talk to you about it and say, hey, coach, this is what I saw. This is what I did. What do you think about? So you see that and you just know, like, man, this kid is really growing. The other good growth that's actually happened, the other build of it is his build of an even closer relationship with another inside-outside guy in Xavier Scott. When you've got a guy like Xavier Scott as a leader that you can follow behind, that's literally walked out the same paths in the sand for you a little bit to say, hey, I've been an outside guy that converted to inside. These are the things you need to know. So you see how that thing is working, and it really creates some multiplicity for us because now both of those guys on the field at the same time can create good matchups for us at any given time, whether you want to motion a guy, whether you want to stay standard with two guys very close together against them two, they can both play inside and outside. So it's definitely an added advantage for us.
Juice Clark is such an intriguing kid because quick twitch athlete.
Yes.
Is his understanding of the game and maybe his cover skills starting to catch up to that physical potential that he's shown early in his career?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Juice has had an amazing camp. And obviously he built off of that from having a really, really good spring ball, right? And so when you're building that type of success, you just want to make sure a kid continuously goes through it, but also still help him through the natural failures that's going to happen at practice, because that's what's going to make him eventually use those quick tick muscles and play faster and move faster and make plays, because he knows, hey, this is what I can't do, this is what I can do, this is what I gotta do, right? And so you see him do those three things all at once, and he's responding faster and making plays, but he's doing it with a certain level of confidence, like, hey, it's practice. If I screw up, I can get it fixed. These are the things that I can do better next time. So that's what I love to see about him. He's growing up as a man. He's literally growing right in front of all of us, becoming a man and saying, hey, these are things that's going to happen. This is how I deal with it. Let's move forward from it. Because usually when you got such a young player, sometimes they're afraid to, dip their foot in that water a little too deep. Well, now he's ready to jump straight in and swim and just go about his business, because he knows, hey, the worst thing that's going to happen, the ball's going to get caught on me and I'm going to finish the right way, not a ball's going to get caught on me and the world ends. So it's a big difference in the two.
What's it been like to see Xavier and Tori have their younger brothers in the room, and how have you seen those guys interact? Oh,
that's been cool, man. Just watching how they take their brother underneath their wing, and really just from everything from defensive concept to sitting down and having lunch with them, to, hey, they sometimes are even hard on their brothers too, and they screw up at practice, which is really, really good. You see them really, hey, bro, you can't do that. Hey, tighten up. And so you see that and like, man, this is really authentic. But the other guys gravitate to it too, because now, let's say the Caleb Pattersons of the world, the guys that have been here for a while, these are the older brothers to these guys' younger brothers, right? Because now X has been able to pour into some of the guys like Caleb Patterson, and now he knows exactly what is the expectation as well. So now those young guys got multiple big brothers around them. So it's really, really good. It just really speaks to the family that we got around here.
How does that fourth corner spot, and it seems like there's some young guys, Omar Reynolds, so it would be one. How have you seen that battle develop throughout camp?
Oh, it's been awesome. I mean, you've seen everything from Omar Reynolds out there. You've seen Grayson Griffin out there. Obviously, Tyson Rooks. You've seen Dangon. Obviously, as we talked, Xavier is already in that top mixture, but then he can be out there on the field. And then here comes Tanner Heckel that's in that mix too. So just seeing that competition and the guys continuously pushing each other and trying to make plays, because they know, hey, it's going to come down to a bar graph, right, of data that Coach Parker's looking at to say, this is how many targets that I had in fall camp. This is how many tackles I made. This is how many PBUs I had. This is how many INTs I had. That's what it's going to come down to that word dependable. Who do we trust to go out there right now? And so that's for us. It's just always making sure they know, hey, the eye in the sky don't lie. You got to perform every single day to have a chance. Or in our room, hey, every single seat inside of our DB room, you're paying rent to sit in that seat. You don't own it, right? Right? Success owns that seat. You know what I mean? And you got to pay rent on that seat every single day by your dang on production and your success. If you ain't paying rent on it, somebody going to evict you. somebody coming to take that seat from you. And so that's how we push them. And they love it. They love that competitive drive. They love the brotherhood that they got amongst each other to continuously build on that competitive drive. So it's all love in the room, but it's some competition between that love too.
What did you see from R.J. Jones to this point? I think maybe they've been limited a little bit. What have you seen from him?
R.J. Jones is fast, right? And he has a quick twitch, very similar to Juice, right? Still got a lot to learn about football and how we do things here. Obviously, just got here in January, but he's learning to strain, right? Strain through injuries. He's learning to strain through the mental capacity that it takes to like learn what we're doing defensively. He's learning those things. And I think as a young player, that's one of the most important things that you can do is really learn how to strain, learn how to build a routine, and ultimately learn how to become dependable in this program.
Experience is pretty valuable at corner, maybe more so than any other position other than quarterback. But what does that allow you, and what does it allow Coach Henry to do as a play caller to have that kind of experience at the corner position?
Wow, multiplicity by simplicity, right? You can show multiple different looks and do some of the same things that you've done. Or you can show multiple different looks and do something different, because these guys have been in wars and battles, so they know how to disguise, right, and still get their job done. So you can add so many things to veteran DBs because they know, hey, I can do this and I can try that and I can use this to screw up the eyes of the QB, screw up the eyes of the receivers, and ultimately create a really good look for the defense and ultimately slow down the production of offense a little bit pre-snap. So for us, it's just trying to continuously add small little tweaks to what they can do by foot placement or by where their eyes are at pre-snap, just to give someone a look that may be not as authentic as what we're doing. So just continuously building on that, and obviously the continuity, right? They know us, we know them. We know how to push them. We know what buttons to push. We know how, when they're down, how to lift them up. So having that type of continuity, having that type of veteran leadership in the room, you're dealing with guys that you've been in battles with before. So they know what the expectation is from you, but ultimately, you know what they expect from you as a coach as well. So it's been ultimately one of the better experiences that I've had as a coach is growing with these guys and seeing exactly how they move through good times, bad times, making plays, and when they haven't made a play. So it's been really good having older guys around.
Just talking with you and Aaron in the spring, like Tanner Heckle had impressed. Did he pick that back up this fall?
Oh, no question about it. I mean, continuously has grown. Obviously, Coach Tank and his staff has had a large piece in that because he's even bigger and stronger and faster than he was last year in the spring. Just having a full summer of lifting and training. He's got a clear understanding of his skill set and how he can press upon people and do different things with his strength and his speed. So he's definitely grown a lot and built a very, very strong campaign for himself throughout camp to say, hey, coach, I'm dependable at doing corner and nickel stuff too, just like I was dependable last year as a scout team player. So watching a player go through that maturation is awesome.
Obviously, he's got the athleticism as the base, but like what's important for him to maybe fine tune a skill or a technique just to add on to his speed?
Yeah, well, every single player that moves that fast, just learn how to track the ball when it's in the air. Because sometimes you're moving so fast, your reaction to it isn't as natural as it maybe should be. Just learn how to track the ball when it's in the air so he can go up and make plays. The other day, he got one of them that was like a one-handed interception that was like behind him. It was phenomenal. So you see him going through those situations and now just learning when I'm moving this fast is how I maybe need to turn my shoulder and take a peek back at the ball. But that's just constant reps and giving him those situations so he can learn, okay, when I'm moving this fast is how I maybe need to turn my hip or turn my eyes, get my head back for the ball.
We haven't asked about it a lot. Donovan Turner, kind of related